Hello and welcome everyone to part 40 of the Empire Total War Great Britain Darthmod Let's Play. We continue turn on from last time. We have been besieged at Hyderabad, but, well, actually, oh no, I can't see the army because it's hidden in the smoke. So we will have to sally out and defeat them. However, I'm going to bring this army in quickly to attack Bearer and take yet another Marathan territory. Surrender is refused. I probably can't auto-resolve this. Yeah, you know what? Let's risk the auto-resolve. Not too bad actually. Pretty reasonable for what we've probably been up against there. Another region has been captured. Letter of demands from over here. Exempt them from taxes, solves all problems. And as you can see, we have now completely separated the Marathans north and south. I know technically, you know, the Mughals in the middle, but they are down to two final provinces. Goa and Arcot. And I'm about to move out this turn with this army. In fact, or I was considering it until I saw these guys down here. What have we got at Arcot? They're going to spawn quite a considerable force, so I may need to wait a little bit there, or perhaps even build some more units. Let's have a look through here. Probably do this easily enough through the school down here, which I can get some 12-pounders and some lancers in there, ready to move up here next time with the help of my navy, which will be brought round here. We can start repairing these ports, or something I was keen on doing. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that, because still kind of top priority is making sure my troops are all replenished, particularly troops like these, which I'm going to sally out in a moment to attack the enemy. We need to replenish all over the other places where we can. I'm about to sally out from here, so I'm not going to push on Arcot this time. I know they kind of have slightly less forces, but their garrison troops are going to make a difference. And then when this army is fully replenished from here, I can strike at Goa, or at least make a good attempt at it. Might be a good idea to see if I can bring down one of these armies or something like that. Let's see what happens when I move this force out. Just about acceptable. Over here, I'm not sure the same can be said, but let's try and leave two troops behind. Just about acceptable as well. So with that in mind, let's bring this army down here, and we're going to form up another force. Well, let's get that other general out, because we don't need that right now. They do have some cannons, but I'm not too worried about them. I want the tribal auxiliaries, and let's get the line infantry in there, and it's another unit of line infantry, and then the unsullied and the rest of them there. Well, these guys can be disbanded. These troops here can be pushed back into Malwa. I can't unexempt from taxes, that would be suicidal right now. But we now have another full stack army here, which I can bring down, and we can probably use this to attack Goa with. So that's good, we've brought our forces together nicely. And I'll probably bring a few of these forces here to help out what I've got over here. Quite badly battered actually, and bruised, but I don't know what the enemy army's like as well. But we're going to try and attack them. Okay, they are all rather decent troops, but we're going to... I don't want fortification, I want to hit them outside. Sorry, we're gonna try sailing out. Just try and destroy the enemy before they destroy us. So if I can defeat this army, then really the only threats, the biggest threat, is at Goa, and Arcot, you know, has a reasonable sized force. But on the field of battle, if it was just those forces at Arcot and not their garrison troops as well, my force from Mysore would be able to crush them, the elite Highlanders that I have. So once we finally load in, we can begin the final phases of Marathon Crushing. It probably won't be for another few parts at least, mainly because it pretty much takes a turn apart at the moment. Just the sheer number of things I have to do, number of battles to be fought, and the enemies deploying over in this side somewhere. So let's spread their line like so we can face both sides. Cannons never generally fare too well in this, and considering I've got two very tiny cannons, I'm not going to bother. I will bring the mortars out for lols. Not too worried if I lose them because they are the garrison ones. Cavalry I will group up, and we'll have them over on the right over here. General, you stay inside with the rest of the men, and the militia I will actually have them outside the walls, but I'm not, holding out for them to do amazingly. Okay, so the enemy's formed up over here, which is good. Bar some cavalry over there. Actually, I'd like to push slightly further forward because I don't want it solely to be up to the militia to hold my flanks. Got lancers and camel nomads all over the place. Don't know where those mortars were firing, but let's use Kara shot. And then with that, go for the Silidar lancers. Get my men running. And we're going to try and go for these Silidar lancers over here. These guys are going to form square against the camel gunners, as are these guys, and these guys a smidge too late. Charging these guys through my men won't actually do too much damage, which is good. I'm going to flank round with these 2 units of cavalry to the woods and just hold with my infantry here. Already destroyed the cavalry, which is a jolly good start. I like that. Pull my cavalry back over here, and in fact I was going to pull these guys out of square, but I'm actually going to put these guys back into it to try and defend from the infantry charging and the camel gunners. Just going to try and go into these lancers over here. Pull these guys up into formation. Over here, these guys are not doing well out of square. They have been forced out. They're trying to reform. I'll have to watch that. I'm not sure there's much I can do just yet for them. We're going to try and hit these infantry over here with the mortars. And this looks like it's going to hurt. I'm hoping it hurts a lot. Not as much pain, in fact, no pain on them as I'd hope, but these guys definitely are breaking. Bring my cavalry down on the line now, charging to the Silidar lancers. These guys just holding now, they're back in square against the camel gunners. And I'm going to start pulling around with the infantry. And I probably just stopped a volley there against the camels. These guys are broken out of square now, but you know what, that's actually fine because there's not many camel gunners attacking. They're just going to hold up while I bring my troops around. My militia holding well. I'm going to continue to try and hit these guys with my mortars, bring my cavalry in to hit the Hindu warriors over on the flanks. Camel gunners have broken through the middle though. Don't know if the mortars can hit them on this close range or not. Hoping these guys are going to fire very soon, which it looks like they are, as the camel gunners fire into my men's ranks as well. Oh, it looks like they can hit the camel gunners. Hoping they do. And hoping they don't miss like they just did there. Oh no, we definitely got some there. Nice. Lovely mortar shots. We'll definitely be taking those. Bringing these guys back even further. My cav here just about holding against these Silidar lancers, which aren't very good in melee, which is perfect. Can form square with this unit just for now. I'm going to bring this unit up here. just to hold while with these 2 units I bring them round, because we're going to be engaging against the Bargate infantry here, which my brave East India Company troops are still holding out up against. And we're gonna, I want to hit them with the mortars, but I think it's too risky. So we're going to get the mortars to hit the Bargate infantry, which are moving up against the militia over on the left, and hopefully that should attain a victory for us all. I've got my unit of holding square back here, but it looks like these guys are going to need to form square too. I'm going to bring my cavalry back. That square is perfectly positioned between the 2 camel units. And I'm going to bring this unit back into the fight. Oh no, those guys have come back at the last moment, so we're going to form up, try and get a volley off. Broken those guys straight away. We're going to form square with this unit, which I had overlooked, but I was hoping it could fire a few volleys before being hit. And we're going to form square instantly with these guys. Try and catch those camels as they income. My men are finally broken here, unfortunately, against the hordes of the Bargate infantry. Get the mortars to fire another round off against them if we can, because they're going to be charging in towards these squares, which should help hold them for a bit. And I'm actually going to charge in with my cavalry now. We're going to not worry about the Hindu warriors approaching, because they'll be dealt with. The Siladar lancers are going to go down eventually. My militia, I don't think they can actually fire. No, they can't actually fire that well. So let's bring them up round on the hill and bring them closer. So hopefully they can start doing a little bit more damage. Try and hit these guys with the mortars next. In the centre. Send these guys packing and we'll leave them in square for defence. And with my cavalry we're just going to charge into this slot here and these guys here and clear the square, which has sort of broken. But in come my cavalry, and that has broken them there. A great shot, and carefully timed with the mortar fire there, that's broken them completely. So we can aim the mortar fire back up over here, bring these 2 units round to flank them, and we should have victory against the Siladar lancers over here, which have not put up much of a fight against my cavalry at all, mainly because they are frankly crap in melee. It's their charge bonus, which has the firepower as such. Get the mortars to stop firing actually now, because I'm moving into kind of close quarters fighting and combat, and I don't want to get too many friendly fires. Get my cavalry to go up against these infantry over here. Try and kill as many of the enemy that are closely around me as possible, because that is going to matter very soon, because I don't want many of these guys coming back to fight me again. Cavalry about to charge on in, bringing the militia round for some slightly better shots. And these guys at point blank range, I'm hoping to get some volleys in there. My cavalry about to charge in, that should possibly break them. They are wavering as it has. We're instantly not going to leave the cavalry there at all. Give them attack order several times to make sure they definitely go after these infantry units back over here. And they'll be shot to pieces as they try and run away. Already being trimmed down quite nicely. Cavalry going for a charge in here. They should be shaken. They're wavering already. The charge may well finish them off and break them, I'm hoping. Yeah, and they're broken. And with that we have a victory. Just going to continue to catch up with these guys for a little bit. Just to kill as many of this unit down, because even those 300, that makes quite a difference for future engagements. And my cavalry going through the ranks here, tearing them apart. Could go for these guys as well if we can. One unit on each, but they are very close to the red lines and are soon to cross them all. Last of them going over there, and same thing up here, we have a close victory. So we lost 943. Managed to kill 2,471. Very happy with that. Most kills gained. East India Cavalry. Did the mortars get too many kills? They managed to get 12. That's it. Dang. Wish my mortars were anywhere near as effective as all those mortars of the Marathans. Right, so that's what we can do there. We're bringing this army down. I think we're going to need to end the turn before we can see any future conquest. So, just checking what I'm researching. I haven't checked this for ages. This is actually free to research something. Well, let's put it on. Well, let's get this technology to. Let's get them over there, and let's get this guy on here. The other one's all researching stuff, so let's end the turn, have a look at what's going on with the rest of the world. Austria carving up Europe with the Russians. We hope, if it will throw us over to the European theatre. May not be anything promising going on. Spain moving 2 large fleets around between trade zones. The Ottomans as well. Ottomans, Austria and Russia have taken over much of Europe. That will be where I will hope to strike back eventually, but it may well be too late. I may well have to just look for conquest in the colonies, really, for this Let's Play at least. But we shall see. I've been reading comments from Part 39, a couple of you asking could I do some other Let's Plays on Napoleon Total War. I will definitely consider it once my current set of Let's Plays have finished, but right now I'm even bringing in some new kind of, not one-off series, but irregular series, so kind of just recording them when I feel like doing them over the next few weeks, because there's a lot of new game releases, so I kind of want to cover a few of those as they get released. But they won't be part of an official schedule. My Total War stuff will be in my regular scheduling, and these other ones will be random videos whenever I have the time as such. But yeah, Napoleon Total War, I definitely will probably do another campaign. I actually like the suggestion that somebody suggested that I do a Napoleon Total War French campaign, because in France, essentially Napoleon Total War, if anything, was made for the French faction, and it would be definitely an interesting campaign to play. But anyway, back to Empire Total War. The Marathans are forming up at Arcot, trying to, they're falling back their forces there, going to make a stand, which makes all things a little bit more complicated for my Highlanders, but it does certainly have the end is nigh written all over it for the Marathans. They are certainly facing defeat. It's all those huge armies around Goa. Well, not huge armies, I lie. All those small forces around Goa, which is just going to cause a nuisance, an issue for me. But hopefully we can clear that out very soon. I'm gathering some forces together, so it may not be this turn. I may just spend another turn or two just building forces up and together. These guys are now happy despite the damage they just did. Path blocked for this force? I don't think so. We're going to bring it all the way down the coast. They're getting ready to push on Goa, which now just has a lot of camel gunners, not too many infantry, but we've got all these guys just spilling out all over the place, which is kind of annoying me a little bit. It is annoying. The AI likes doing that. And I can replenish all these guys, got a steady amount of income coming in, and that's with a lot of these provinces turned off in terms of taxation. Now these forces that have come back, I'm actually going to sally out with this army and finish them off, because I want to see them dead, and I am going to auto-resolve here. The last of their forces now escaping, and we can't go back to Beira just yet, so we're going to better exempt them from taxes. They'll be happy now. So with this force that is we're going to replenish them, we're going to roam after these guys, just finish them off for now. I'm not worried about bringing this army to the front just yet, so that's fine. And these new forces that I've recruited here can come straight into the army and straight up to Mysore. Oh, leg, campaign map, leg. Attacking the port. That's mainly naval units. It really, when you select something to do with naval units, it does not like it at all. Bring those guys back over to the port. Army, up here please, and they'll be able to enter the fortress very soon, and with that we should have a chance perhaps moving against Arcot, or at least supporting Goa. These troops I'm hoping will be ready next time to support this army, which is going for Goa. Going for Goa! That'll be the name of the next video in the series. But the rest of them are all replenishing. I can try and repair as many of them as possible, but I've run out of funds to do so. But we're bringing everything together now. We've got several armies on the go. 4 nearly full stack, and then another one kind of roaming around having fun. In fact, these guys, I am actually just going to merge them. There we go. They can quite happily be merged together. Saves funds on having to merge all those extra troops. And I'm actually going to start trying to repair a few of these buildings which have been raided the crap out of. I probably won't repair the university because they're like... Actually, no, if they do that, they'll probably come into the attack zone or interception zone of my army or something like that. So maybe we'll do it. Same with the port, actually. Can't repair that one because I've run out of money to repair that. But this one I can repair. And I can't get them out of that port right now. But that is looking good. So, with that in mind, we're going to hold off for one more turn, and we can go for another end turn before we aim for Goa in a final, well, one of the final parts of this attack on the Marathans, this turn of the tide against them, and then hopefully after this, that's why I'm not, at the moment, not even bothering to unexempt territories from taxes. I will have a brief look at them after this end turn phase is done, but I'm not even, you know, considering the option of unexempting territories from India just yet, mainly so that the public order stays and grows as quickly as it can, and that happiness is restored as soon as possible. That way I can ensure political stability, public order for as long as possible. But I will look at seeing if I can unexempt any of them, because any extra cash right now is just going to help me speed the process of destroying the Marathans. And they're actually bringing a few troops away from Arcot. I'm going to have to be able to strike from Mysore probably in one go, which may not be possible once I bring that artillery into the army, so I'm going to have to see what their strike range is. But I reckon I do need to strike in one go, because otherwise they could send troops around to raid Mysore or slip past, which aren't going to make a big difference, but they're just going to be a bit more of a harassment. After this, the only thing left to do then would be to send an army up to Kashmir to destroy the Marathans once and for all. But the Mughals might get there first, and in fact they have. They have just taken them out of Kashmir, which means that the Mughals, the only territory that I'm actually really kind of interested in taking from the Mughals right now is going to be taking Hindustan, which I may offer them a horrible amount of money for instead. No sense of shame. Oh, he's over here. He's 77. Christ, he's old. Just watching France here, basically. Seeing what we can do. England, we can actually probably disband both of you guys. Yep, there we go. We've got a reasonable navy here. We can probably upgrade all these sorts of things over here. But right now, let's have a quick look, scan over Europe. Venice is trying to hold off Austria. Ottomans meeting with Austria and Russia. They're claiming that. What about America is going with things? I haven't been over here for yonks. And actually I had them things to do, like take out these guys down here. But just haven't had the time. But we can definitely repair that. I was going to use this army actually. So we're going to replenish these guys, but that's costing a lot of money to do. I think it was mainly the repair on that. State capital. Screw it, we'll repair it, and we can probably repair their port as well. So that's fine too. But what's going on over here? I think France has got basically all the territories. That's what I traded to them to get peace, so not much has changed over here. So it's between Spain and France, but they will be the ones that I declare war on, and I'm going to sweep through there. But anyway, back to India briefly. Let's bring these guys into the army. We can't hit them straight away, but we can take this fort, and then from there sort of springboard or launch an attack into Arcot. They've raided me here, as I thought they probably would. They finally consolidated some of those forces, brought them in towards Goa, and Goa will not be a fort battle from what I can see, no, because they have no settlement to defend, so it's going to be an open battle which will favour my troops, or at least my playstyle at least. And these guys have come back over here, so we're just going to finish them off first, and then we'll look at taxes briefly. I'm just going to auto-resolve this. And we destroyed their army there, replenished the last few. New town emerges. Malwa, okay, we'll build something there, probably a chapel. With this force, we'll probably bring it over to hold Goa once we take it. But let's have a look at some of these places. Doubting I can unexempt you from taxes. You are already unexempt from taxes. You're not. You're not. Hyderabad, you are unexempt from tax. In fact, why don't I just do this the easy way, which is looking at it like this, so we can see who's unexempt and who's not. Unexempt from taxes, that's good. We're gaining a nice bit of income there. Unexempt from taxes. Happy days. Mysore, how about you? Yes, and that is a lovely bit of income coming in from there. These guys just not happy at all though. Over here though, not worth it for the money that's coming in. Again, not worth it for the money there. Malwa, I don't think I can do. Okay, so we've got a few at least, few territories we've been able to take off, which now should give us a nice big boost to the treasury. So, with that in mind, we're going to set up for the next part, which will be going for Goa. Demand a surrender. What? Okay, I tried that out as a lol. That was not meant to actually happen. Okay, well, this is called going for Goa then now, this part. As you guys will know by now. This part is now called going for Goa, and we've taken Goa. That was ridiculously easy, and now we just have this territory to take here. So I'm going to leave everyone where they are, because this army is going to strike from somewhere. The fact that they've now just left, it makes it even easier, to be honest. And the last few that I can replenish here will be able to push out with that army next time. Same with this one. So the Marathons really did just make that a lot easier by not putting up a fight. There at all. Huzzah! Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap up this part for now, guys. One territory left of the Marathons, which will be taken next time. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Ciao for now.